Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Mira Azrai bin Muhammad Sabri. My register number is 25DDT20F1059. So I'm going to present for mini project 1, system analysis and design. Okay. So this is the table of contents. Okay, for the first one is introduction. As you all know, the attendance system is very important in every organization, including education. This is because the attendance system is used to keep a track of students' attendance in order to make sure they will not miss every class in purpose, so it can maximize the students' performance in education. Managing the students' attendance during lecture period has become a difficult challenge, and that is why our group chose this idea for our project. For this project, we created a system that is called as Advanced Attendance Systems. This is our best project idea so far than our others project because the system is going to facilitate and improve the attendance system we are using right now. This system is going to be useful since it can be used for any level of education for their attendance system. The system is advanced from any other old school system because it is improved, better, easier, effective, and using better technology. This project idea is inspired by us, mostly based on fixing major problems that lecturers or teachers and students currently face, especially in the face-to-face class. Okay. So for the second one is problem statement. The problem that lecture currently facing is basically the same for every school and university. This is because every school and university use pretty much the same attendance system, which is we call as all schools attendance system. Let's take Polytechnic Mersing for example. Firstly, the lecturer will make sure and wait for everyone to settle down and take the seat before the lecturers start taking the attendance. Then the lecturer can proceed by taking the attendance with calling out one by one student's name and making sure they are in the class. This is really a time-consuming way of taking attendance. Even with asking all the students to fill up a form in internet, it still takes time for them to do that with the problem they're facing. For example, like internet problem, phones problem, and much more. We found a way to fix all this problem with a system that will be less time consuming and the scope will be as simple as can be. To straighten our point in the problem statement, we use a fact finding technique that for us is the best way to get feedback and agreement from lecturers and students, which is the questionnaire technique. The way that we use this fact finding technique is by handling out a list of close-ended question in Google Forms, which is going to make it easier for us to collect the data and for others to fill up the form. Okay, for number 3 is objectives. The objective that we are trying to achieve are to make attendance system as a process that is not troublesome and simple as it can be, to avoid time consuming in taking the attendance process, to create a system that can take students' attendance and immediately store them into the database in short amount of time. Okay, for number 4 is scope. It have two type of scope, which is system scope and user scope. For system scope is implementing RFID systems for students' attendance, which is, as we know, RFID system is going to allow fast and automated identification of RFID tags through a wireless channel. Okay, for user scope, this advanced attendance system is created for lecturers and students of Polytechnic Mersing to feel the experience of going through the attendance process without going to take a lot of time and patience, which is going to be disturbing the learning process. Okay, and then the fifth one is project significance. With the technology we are implementing in, which is RFID systems, it's going to speed up the process of taking attendance way more than old school system, which is not only time consuming but also be a troublesome process for lecturer to dealing with. It's also going to improve the process of sending the data to the database since the RFID text is going to complete is going to be complete with the student's information, which is going to consist of full name, which is the number, identification number, class, semester, and department. Okay, that's all for my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Sakinah binti Yusri. My matrix number is 25DDT20F1023. I will continue the presentation, which is literature review. First, studies on technology, equipment, and techniques used to solve problems. The system, which is advanced attendance system, introduced for college students. It because each student has metric card, and this is very unique property of RFID at every student's card. Then RFID based systematic students attendance system that has been developed was using RFID technology. Combined with the actual situation of college student class attendance system, the design of student attendance system not based on RFID has been proposed. Then radio frequency identification, which is RFID. This radio frequency identification, which is RFID tags, are intelligent barcodes that can talk to a network system to track every information for each student that lecturer save at database website attendance. Then advanced attendance system using RFID with object counter says that the system promotes a fully automated approach in capturing the student attendance and monitoring the student in the college campus. Also, the system is user-friendly with easily accessible switches and communication ports. Attendance can be sorted and retrieved. Then for methodology have 7. First, iterative model methodology, which is advanced attendance system using RFID, is proposed using the iterative model. The iterative process continues with a basic implementation of a small set of software requirement specifications. Then second, planning phase. In this phase, we need to identify the specific goals of the project. Then this phase involves a detailed overview of each goal, including the reason of its selection and the anticipated outcomes of goal-related system. Then third, analysis phase. The requirements of the project are being analyzed to set full understanding of the problems in this project. Then the information related to the system has been gathered from resources such as journal or website. The fourth is design phase. The product requirements were designed as the technical solutions to the problem that already being set out. Then implementation phase. The implementation started once the design has been approved. This was the shortest phase in the system implementation because the research and design have been done in advance. Then the second last is testing phase. Any bugs were fixed so that the system meets the specified requirements. If there are bugs or failures, the code has to be retested. Then the last one is benefits of iterative model methodology. Iterative model can create effective student attendance in the most cost and time efficient manner. Then other benefits for using iterative model is that it allows system to be built and improve them step by step. For the references, this is a few of references that we have researched about attendance system using RFID.
Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. My name is Amarul Afiq bin Muhammad Nasir and my metric number is F1031. And I would like to continue the presentation with my part. For my part is Gantt chart. So this is, as you can see, this is Gantt chart for this project. For the week 1 of month March, we have week 1 until week 2 we have planning and research, and planning is ending at week 2, and we have research starting from week 1 and end until week 3, and so on. We go through to gather information from week 2 until week 4, and then we have buy material from the supplier from week 3 until week 4 of the month, March month. And next we have assemble the product from week 3 until week 1 to from March until April. And lastly, we have testing part from week 3 until week 4 to April, from week 3 to week 4 for March, and week 1 for until week 4 for April. Next, we have cost planning. So for the cost planning, we have been calculate the overall cost of the job and estimate that it will take about 150 to finish it. This project should be sold for between 180 and 200. This pricing was chosen since it's a reasonable cost for the consumer. Our project should be simple to use. We may increase the pricing if the project is in high demand or required. The cost of transportation is included in the budget. For instance, if a groupmate want to buy a component or meet with a client, we can use a member vehicle or Grab car. Finally, we choose to purchase the component through an online marketplace such as Shopee. Shopee has a wide variety of parts of various type and quality, making it simple for us to choose. Okay, lastly, we have a conclusion. So for the conclusion, for the most part, contactless technology has a huge positive impact on the world today. To take their attendance individually, simple have to scan their RFID to RFID reader. Aside from that, we expect that this new system would solve the issue that the old system cause, such as standing in the line, making close contact, and so on. We are in the midst of pandemic season in which COVID-19 will spread through the air and through direct touch. So like previous contactless technology, our main goal for this project is to make the world free of pandemic COVID-19. And that's all from us. Thank you.